Hari Om. In today's recording, we will carry on from chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita from verse number 13. In the 12 verses of chapter 12, what we have covered is Bhagwan has given us the 5 levels in answering Arjuna's question. The Lord has explained to us the 5 levels of bhakti. So the highest level, of course, is to worship the Nirguna Ishvara, the formless Brahman. And the lowest level, of course, is to start training our mind to reach that ultimate level. So the 5 levels of bhakti were explained from verses number 4 to verse number 11. Verse number 4 to verse number 11, the Lord explained the 5 levels of bhakti. Then in verse number 12, the Lord also explained the 4 different types of sadhana. So having explained that, now we are coming to the closing verses of chapter 12 from verses 13 to 20. In these closing verses, the Lord will give us 35 qualities of a Parabhakta, or the most supreme devotee of the Lord. What are the qualities of a Bhakta? So, what is the reason to give the qualities of a Bhakta? The qualities of a Bhakta is that for us to understand that once we are on the spiritual path, how do we assess whether we are progressing? So once we start practicing Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, what are the changes in our outlook, in our character, in the way we interact with the world? Because whether we are a devotee of the Lord or whether we are not a devotee of the Lord, a person still has to face the world of objects. We have relationships with different type of objects. A person has relationship with different people and different situations in life. This is not going to change. So even we are on the spiritual path, according to our prarabdha karmas, what we are supposed to experience, favorable or unfavorable situations, that external world we cannot change. We have to face that. So what can we change? We can change our mental, what we call strength in how to face the world of changing situations. So here the qualities of a bhakta are given, that for us to understand how it transforms us, how becoming a devotee of the Lord, practicing all the right sadhana, how does it give us that inner strength? And we can see that in our personality, we can see it in the way we interact with the world. So these qualities which are given from verse number 13 to verse number 20 are very important to analyze our character, whether we are progressing on the spiritual path or whether we are not progressing. So let us look at the very first quality or virtue of a Parabhakta of the Lord. The Lord says, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. Dveshta, which means to hate. So Adveshta, when the word, the alphabet A is put in front of the Sanskrit word, it takes the opposite meaning. Adveshta means does not hate. And we may say, okay, I don't hate all the people, just 1 or 2 people I hate. But the Lord puts in a very strong condition. He says, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. Sarva, all Bhutanam, everything in creation. So one must be absolutely free from hatred, because hatred is the most powerful and destructive force in a human being. Now, one of the ways I say to the students is that how do we know whether we are a good devotee of the Lord, is to make a list of all the people that you hate in life, whether you hate them a little bit or you hate them a lot. Just make a list of the people whom you hate. And the longer the list, it means the further you are away from God. So our attempt must be try to reduce the names on the list, okay, and not have a long list. So what you call so, and normally when the scriptures say don't hate anyone, our natural reaction is we try to justify why we hate that person. We say that you do not know how bad that person is. I love everybody, but this one particular person, he's got so many bad qualities. So we try to justify that hatred. But our scriptures say, under no circumstances can we justify hatred. So, uh, so should the wrong actions then be hated? If the scriptures say don't hate the person, what about the wrong actions? So what do the scriptures say? Scriptures say don't hate the person, don't hate the wrong behavior, because we should try to what we call as you cannot change the person by your hatred. So the person does not deserve hatred. If you direct hatred to a person, it's not going to change him. So wrong behavior also, how do we counter that? If we show anger towards the wrong behavior, if we are just destroying our own peace of mind. That person who's doing all the wrong actions, he's not disturbed. But when we direct hatred towards the person, it is our mind that is disturbed. So the best we can do is replace it with love and prayer for that person. Right? There is nothing wrong. In fact, it brings us peace of mind. When we send love and prayers for that person, it brings us peace of mind. And what about the wrong behavior? Wrong behavior should be met with the appropriate response. And in the scriptures, there are many methods to counter wrong behavior. And that is like we can advise the person, we can try to counsel the person, we can speak to the person. But of course, sometimes everything else fails. Then what can we do is we can only pray for that person. And of course, if you're in a position to punish that bad behavior, you can punish. If you are a guru or a teacher and you have to punish somebody for that bad behavior, after advising them, they don't listen to advice, then you have to punish. But how should we punish? Never punish with hatred in your heart. Just like a mother punishes the child, but she has no hatred for the child. Just like a guru punishes a sishya, a disciple, but it is not out of hatred. It is out of love to see the other person improve. So many people say, but why should I forgive that person? Why should I not hate him? By forgiving a person, you are not doing that person a favor. Please understand that. By forgiving that person, you are doing yourself a great favor, because you take out from yourself a lot of anger, hatred, and disturbance of the mind. So, Lord Buddha said, when you direct anger at somebody, it is like taking hot charcoal and throwing it at the person. So, not only do you injure that person, you also end up burning your own hand. So, hatred destroys us more than the person that you hate. Second quality, maitra. Maitra means affection. So, a bhakta is a friend, a one who spreads universal love. And what is the definition of a true friend? A great ancient saint called Bhradhari wrote a text known as Neti Shatakam, and he gave a definition of a true friend. First quality is friend is one who guides you and directs you in the right direction if you're going towards adharma, if you're going the wrong direction. So sometimes we can never recognize or admit our own fault. A true friend will analyze this for you and guide you on the right path. Number two, a friend is one whom you can share your intimate secrets with, and you are assured that your friend will not reveal your secrets to others. 3. A friend is one who shares your good character with others. Normally, we do the opposite. We only mention the bad qualities of others. 4. When you are in crisis, a friend is one who stands by you. He is not only with you in good times, but is also with you in bad times. As the saying goes, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So this is a true friend. The quality is maitra or affection, to have a friendly attitude towards everybody. So when the Lord says everybody, we're talking not only about humans, but also about animals also, and also about the environment. So everything we have to respect there. Karuna, the third quality, karuna, compassionate, is always sensitive to the needs of others. So a true devotee of Lord always looks at it from the standpoint of the other person. You always try to feel and share the pain of others. So you don't only think about yourself, but you always try to understand things also from the perspective of the other person. What are the pains he's going through? What are the challenges he's going through? So in what way can you also help? Nirmamaha. Nirmamaha means Mamaha means mine. Nirmamaha means without minus. The one who is without the attitude of ownership. So we have to understand that we are attached to so many things. We have possessions, money, title, fame, position, etc. But everything we have to understand, it comes to us at a given time, and whatever is given by the Lord as a blessing can be taken away by the Lord as a blessing. So in reality, the attitude of the Bhakta is nothing belongs to me. If anything is given to me, I thank the Lord for giving it to me. I don't get attached to it because anytime I can lose it. So nirmamaha means I am okay with it. If I don't have it also, it does not disturb me. That feeling of attachment. So nirmamaha, to be free of that feeling of minus, to always be grateful to the Lord. Whatever you have has come from Him, and anytime also He can take it away. So don't have that ownership or that attachment to things around you. Nir ahankara. Ahankara is ego. The difference with nirmama is things which you have, you possess. Ahamkar is the body. So to be detached from your body, to not have ownership or attachment to the body. So again, the body, we must understand, we have gone through so many births. Every birth we've had a different body. We come into one birth, we take a different human form. When we give up this birth, we have to give up this human form. So what is there to be so attached? That body has been given to us for a specific journey, for a specific life. So there is no use to get attached or take so much pride in this body. In fact, Adi Sankaracharya in Vivekachudamani, he wrote one verse where he said, think about this body which you take so much pride in. What exactly is this body? Somebody praises us, we get our ego gets inflated. Somebody insults us, we become so depressed because we feel so much of attachment to this body. But Shankara said, think, this body which you take so much of attachment and pride in, actually what is it? It is nothing but a bag that contains bones, flesh, what we call waste products, blood, muscle. This is what we are so proud of. It is like taking a garbage bag and walking around and telling everybody this garbage bag belongs to me, it's my garbage bag. So what is the body? The body is just nothing but blood, flesh, muscle, bones and waste products. Why do we take so much pride in this body? And that also, it has only been given to us for a temporary journey to complete this journey of life. You go on to next birth, you get another body. Next quality, sama, dukkha, sukha. Dukkha is sorrow. Sukha is happiness. Samaha means one who maintains a balanced mind, a well-poised mind, while he or she goes through the ups and downs of life. Because as I said earlier, by being a devotee of the Lord does not mean the external situations change. Because of your past good and bad deeds, you are going to face ups and downs in life. But just like a car, I've given this example before, just like a car has to go through a bumpy road and does not feel the shock of the bumpy road by putting in good shock absorbers. In the same way, a devotee of the Lord surrenders to the Lord and understands that whatever he or she is going through is due to the play of the law of karma. So the law of karma is perfect. It gives us the results at the right and appropriate time. Nobody can escape that. So we have to be patient as we go through the downs of life, and at the same time we have to remain humble for the good times that we are also facing also, and not get carried away. So this ups and downs of life go through, which are external, but we have to prepare the mind mentally to ride through these ups and downs of life. Shami, that's the next quality, means forgiveness, and it is one of the most difficult virtues to cultivate, especially when we are being abused, we are hurt by people, we are insulted by people, and we can react in two ways. One is we respond by using physical and verbal violence. We can retaliate. People are hurtful to us or insult us. We can retaliate by using physical and verbal violence. And the other way is non-violent method, maintaining the attitude of forgiveness. So Shama means what? Shama means to postpone the violent response and try his or her best to remain on the non-violent path. And that does not mean that violence cannot be used, but violence must only be used as a last resort. So we should try to postpone the violent resort until the abuse or the physical, unless it gets to a point where there is physical, what we call force use, then of course we have every right to defend ourselves. So when we should not immediately use violence to deflect. If anybody is just verbally telling us something, there's no reason for us to go and physically assault that person. Verse number 14, Santushtaha. Santushtaha means ever content. One who has discovered inner fulfillment, who does not mean by giving up things we can attain that. No, we can possess things, but we must understand it is not wrong to have things or possess things, but we must not let things possess us. So one who has found that inner peace, that inner contentment, and that person does not depend on the external situation. So whatever you have, it is fine. Sometimes you lose whatever you have, but that is also fine. So a person can adjust to his external environment and not what we call get affected. So the person who has found inner security, inner contentment, there is no dependence on anything external. External situation cannot change or should not change the inner stability of the mind. Okay, so contentment is very important also. And the difference is that all other people, they act for happiness. Everybody is working hard and hard, searching for that happiness. But a bhakta of Lord acts from happiness. That is the difference. Everybody acts for happiness. A bhakta of the Lord acts from happiness because he has already discovered that inner peace. Satatam yogi. Satatam means always, constantly a yogi. Yogi here doesn't mean one who wears orange robes all the time. Yogi here means one who has a concentrated mind. So yogi means he has a concentrated mind. His mind is fixed on the supreme goal. He does not get shaken. Come what may, he keeps his mind on the supreme goal. And what happens when we accept the Lord as our supreme goal in life? When we accept the Lord as our supreme goal in life, then only we will value the teachings of the Lord in the scriptures, and we will want to follow the life which is prescribed in the scriptures. So when you have a value for moksha as the supreme goal in your life, then you will find value in the teachings of the scriptures and to follow that path of dharma. That is a yogi who is constantly focused on the supreme goal. So Satatam, the Lord says, always a yogi, Always the mind is constantly fixed on that supreme goal in life. Yata Atma. Yata Atma, here the word Atma means the self, does not mean the soul. It means basically all our organs. So one who has what we call a discipline over all the organs of the body. So discipline on the senses, discipline on the hands, the legs, the vocal cords, the eyes, the ears, etc. A total control, a total mastery of his life. So leading a disciplined life, a simple life. That is Yata Atma, who has self-control. Drada Nishchaya. Drada means firm. Nishchaya means conviction. So due to self-discipline, this person has a firm conviction, meaning, you see, many a times we get confused when we hear so many conflicting statements and we don't know which direction to take in life. But a person who has gone through this path of knowledge should have sufficient knowledge to have a firm conviction of what is right and what is wrong. So everything that we have heard in the past, we have to reconcile with our own study, with our own reflection of the words of the scriptures. So, and also what we are about to hear. And that's why it's very important for us to gain this knowledge so that we are very sure of what is the right and what is right and what is wrong. So one who has a very firm conviction and does not get shaken by hearing so many conflicting statements in life. And the Lord concludes this another next quality here, by saying, "My arapita mano buddhir." So once one has a firm conviction in life about the direction of life, arpita means then this person will dedicate all the actions of what? Mana and buddhi. Mana is mind, buddhi is intellect. Mai, to me, the Lord says, this person dedicates the actions of the mind and the intellect to me. So that means what? That means this person does not waste the resources of the mind and the intellect in wasteful pursuits. Once we have fixed our mind on the supreme goal, once we have firm conviction in which is that we are taking the right direction in life, despite the majority of the people doing things which are contrary, they may be prospering, they may be happy with their lives, but are they living according to the advice of the scriptures? So we have to be very careful and not just follow other people's examples. We follow the advice as prescribed in the scriptures. In fact, at the end of chapter 16, Lord Krishna says, one must take the advice of the scriptures. Follow, if you want to know what is right, what is wrong, the best source is read the scriptures yourself. So one who dedicates the mind and the intellect both to Lord. So mind is dedicated to the Lord by devotion. Our love and devotion comes from the emotional mind. Intellect is dedicated to scriptural study. So this devotee of the Lord dedicates his mind by devotion, by prayers, by chanting mantras, by going to temples, by singing bhajans. So that is the mind is dedicated to the Lord. How do you dedicate the intellect? By study and reflection on the words of the scriptures. So that's another quality of the Lord. So that's the next quality now. And then the Lord concludes this verse by saying, Yaha Bhakta Same Priya. Yaha, such a para bhakta who has all his qualities as mentioned in these verses, number 13 and number 14. So the Lord says, one who has all his qualities, Saha, he is Priya, is very dear to me. So he is he is considered as a great devotee also. That's what the Lord is saying here. Then that brings us to verse number 15 with more qualities of a devotee of the Lord. Now generally there are two types of people in this world. One type is a person whose heart is like a rock. Whatever he experiences in life does not affect him. It's a wonderful quality. So, in the Upanayanam ceremony, there is a ceremony when the student is required to stand on a rock, and the Guru will bless him by saying, "May your heart be like a rock to withstand the ups and downs of life. As you finish your studies in the Gurukul, you're going out to the real world, you're going to meet, have various experiences with people and situations. Thus, may your heart be like a rock to withstand all that you face." So, this is very good to have a heart like a rock. And many people are not hurt by any situation. But there is one problem. They do not get hurt by the world, but because they have a heart like a rock, they may go on hurting others, as they may think all are like them and can withstand any hurt. So they go on hurting others. There is another type of person. They have a very tender, loving heart. They are very sensitive and considerate. They are sensitive when dealing with others to avoid hurting them. But what's the problem? Since I am too sensitive, I can easily be hurt by others. Even one word said innocently can make me miserable throughout the day. So, how to handle this situation? Either way is not good. Who is a bhakta? A bhakta is one who is like a flower when he handles others. He is like a rock when he receives experiences from the world. As a karta, he is like a flower. As a bhokta, he is like a rock. This person is sensitive, but this sensitivity is supported by wisdom and maturity due to inner strength. Okay, so therefore, the Lord describes the next quality of a bhakta. Yasmat, the one who na udvijate. Na means does not. Udvijate means disturb, agitate, hurt what? Loka, people. So one who doesn't hurt others, one who doesn't disturb others, one who doesn't agitate society. So a bhakta of Lord is sensitive enough to recognize the feelings of others and does not hurt the world. And at the same time, even though this jnani is so sensitive and does not hurt others, yet when he receives various experiences from loka yaha na udvijate. Loka, the world, yaha, he who is not, na udvijate, who does not get agitated or disturbed by the world. So neither does he disturb the world, neither does he get agitated or disturbed by the world. Both ways also is very important. Because some people, the world does not disturb them, but they go on disturbing others. So a bhakta of the Lord must have both these qualities. Next quality, we will finish with this quality here. Next quality is muktaha, one who is liberated. So liberated from what? So there are 4 qualities given here. One who is muktaha means who is free or liberated from 4 qualities which can cause mental fluctuations in anybody's mind. And what are the 4 qualities? Harsha, joy. Here, harsha does not just mean joy, but over-excitement, elation. Now, it does not mean that a bhakta, a devotee of the Lord, cannot express any joy. What a miserable life it would be. Over-excitement and happiness is different. Over-excitement is that which makes me lose my discriminatory power. That's why it is said, when you're extremely happy, don't make any promises. In that happiness, you get so carried away. There's a beautiful story in the Mahabharata that illustrates this point. There was a king called Santanu who was so besotted with this lady called Ganga. He wanted to marry her. And he pursued her relentlessly to convince her to marry him. And she finally agreed to marry him. He was so elated, that when she set one condition for the marriage, he instantly agreed, without even asking first, what is that condition? And that condition was, Ganga told him, that the king could not question her no matter what she did. She said, whatever I do, whatever action I do, you cannot question me. So he said, okay. He was so happy, so ecstatic that she agreed to marry him. He thought, what wrong can she do that, that he cannot question her? So later, when the first child was born, Ganga took the child to the river and drowned him. King Santanu could only watch in horror and could not question her because he had given her a promise. And she told him, if the day you question me, I'll walk out from your life. So the second child was born. Okay, she did the same thing, drowned him in the river. Third child, fourth child, fifth child. It went on like this until I think the eighth child was born. So what happens when we promise in that overexcitement? It takes away our discriminating power. Okay, so we get so overjoyed. So she kept on drowning every child until the eighth child was born, and finally he could not take it and he questioned her and said, "What are you doing?" And finally she said, "Since you questioned me, I'm leaving this child with you and I'm going off." And she went off. And that child happened to be what we call that Bhishma Pita. That Bhishma Pita was that a child was born. So this was explained in the Mahabharata that when one is in a state of happiness or ecstasy, one should not make any what we call promises. So the first quality to be free from is harsha, excessive excitement that takes away your power of discrimination. Next quality to be free of amarsha. Amarsha means jealousy, intolerance, envy, which is another great problem on the spiritual path. When we look upon others as different from us, then we are not able to tolerate success in others. Even every person rises or falls according to their own karma. There is no need for us to feel envy, as everything in life is granted by the Lord based on their own past karmas. And anything can be taken away also based on their own past karmas. Nothing actually belongs to us. So by cursing others for having more will not change the situation. In fact, it will harm our own peace of mind. Third quality to be free from is bhaya. Bhaya means fear or insecurity. And the day we are born, we already start developing this insecurity. So insecurity about many things. If somebody is proud about their beauty, there's always insecurity about old age, fear of old age. If you're proud of your wealth, there is always fear about poverty. If you're proud of your fame, you're always in fear of losing that fame. The more things we take in pride in, and there's always a fear of losing it. There is a saying, Vairagyam eva abhayam. Vairagyam means detachment. Eva is abhayam, is fearlessness. Only detachment from external dependence can remove our cause of fear. Thus, a Bhakta of Lord, he is never dependent on external factors for his inner security and peace of mind. He enjoys whatever is available with the right understanding that everything is temporary. See, detachment does not mean you physically give up everything, that you should not possess anything. Detachment means that things should not possess you. You can possess everything, but detachment means things should not possess you. They should not affect the state of your mind, whether they are with you or whether they are not with you. The state of your mind must be ever steadfast. Next quality to be free of udvega means anxiety or mental disturbance, sorrow, anxiety, etc. Due to past worries and uncertain future, mind is never in the present. It is always going back to what Chinmayananda said, Swami Chinmayananda said, either we are living in the dead past or the unborn future. Very few people live in the present. So the Lord concludes this verse 15 after mentioning all the qualities. He says, Saha, such a devotee who has all his qualities, is Priya, is very dear me to me. So these are some of the qualities the Lord has given, and when we come back in the next recording, we will take up from more qualities of a Bhakta of the Lord from verse number 16. Hari Om Tat Sat.